I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately. The importance of being yourself without constantly comparing yourself to others. It's so easy to fall into that trap, isn't it? Scrolling through social media, seeing everyone's highlight reels, and suddenly feeling like you're not enough. But here's the thing, comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your confidence, and your unique spark. Think about it. Each of us has our own journey, our own set of experiences that shape who we are. When we compare ourselves to others, we're essentially saying that their path is the standard and ours somehow falls short. But what if we flipped that narrative? What if we celebrated our individuality instead? Self-acceptance starts with recognizing that you are enough, just as you are. It's about embracing your quirks, your flaws, and your strengths. I've learned that the more I accept myself, the less I feel the need to measure my worth against someone else's success. It's liberating. One practice that has really helped me is gratitude. Each day, I take a moment to reflect on what I appreciate about myself. It could be something small like my ability to make someone laugh, or something bigger like my resilience in tough times. Focusing on these positive shifts my mindset from comparison to appreciation. Another key aspect is surrounding yourself with supportive people. When you're with those who uplift you, it's easier to feel good about yourself. They remind you of your value and encourage you to be authentic. So, seek out those relationships that nourish your spirit. And let's not forget about the power of self-compassion. We're all human, and we all have our struggles. Instead of beating yourself up for not measuring up, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them define you. Remember, being yourself is a journey, not a destination. It's okay to have days where you feel less confident. What matters is that you keep showing up as your true self. Celebrate your uniqueness, and don't shy away from expressing who you are. The world needs your authentic voice. So, the next time you catch yourself comparing, pause and remind yourself, you are on your own path, and that's perfectly okay. Embrace it, own it, and let your true self shine.
I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately, the importance of being yourself without constantly comparing yourself to others. It's so easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of social media, where everyone seems to be living their best life. You scroll through your feed and see people achieving incredible things, and it's hard not to feel like you're falling behind. But here's the thing. Everyone's journey is unique. When I look back at my own path, I realize that the moments that shaped me the most were often the ones that didn't look glamorous on the outside. There were times I felt lost, unsure, and even a bit envious of those around me. But instead of letting that envy consume me, I started to focus on my own journey. I began to appreciate my own progress, no matter how small it seemed. It's crucial to remember that comparison is the thief of joy. When we measure our worth against someone else's achievements, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. Instead, we should celebrate our individuality. Each of us has our own strengths, weaknesses, and timelines. What took someone else 5 years might take you 10, and that's perfectly okay. I've learned to embrace my quirks and idiosyncrasies. Those little things that make me, are what set me apart. I've found that when I focus on my passions and what truly makes me happy, the noise of comparison fades away. It's about setting personal goals and striving to be better than I was yesterday, not better than someone else. Self-acceptance is a journey in itself. It requires patience and kindness toward ourselves. I've started practicing gratitude, reflecting on what I have rather than what I lack. This shift in mindset has been transformative. I've learned to appreciate the small victories, like finishing a book, learning a new skill, or simply enjoying a quiet moment. So, the next time you find yourself scrolling through social media, remember that what you see is often just a highlight reel. Behind every success story, there are struggles, failures, and countless hours of hard work. Focus on your own path, your own growth. Celebrate your unique journey, because it's yours and yours alone. Let's commit to being ourselves, to embracing our individuality, and to supporting one another in our respective journeys. After all, life isn't a race. It's a beautiful, winding road filled with lessons, experiences, and opportunities for growth. And the only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday.
I've been thinking a lot about what it really means to be myself in a world that constantly pushes comparison. Social media is like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it connects us, but on the other, it can make us feel like we're never enough. Scrolling through perfectly curated feeds, it's easy to forget that those images are often just snapshots of someone's highlight reel. I remember a time when I would spend hours comparing my life to others. I'd see someone traveling the world, living in a beautiful home, or achieving incredible success, and I'd feel this weight of inadequacy. It's exhausting. I realized that every time I compared myself to someone else, I was dimming my own light. I was so focused on what I wasn't that I lost sight of who I truly am. So, I decided to limit my social media exposure. I started by unfollowing accounts that made me feel less than. Instead, I sought out content that inspired me, that celebrated authenticity. I found creators who shared their struggles, their messy moments, and their journeys. It was refreshing to see that everyone has their own path, and that's okay. Being yourself means embracing your uniqueness, flaws, and all. It's about recognizing that your journey is valid, even if it doesn't look like someone else's. I began to focus on my own goals, my own passions, and what truly makes me happy. I started journaling, reflecting on my experiences, and celebrating my small victories. I also learned to appreciate the beauty in the mundane. There's something powerful about finding joy in everyday moments, whether it's a quiet cup of coffee in the morning or a walk in the park. Those moments are mine, and they matter. Limiting social media has allowed me to reconnect with myself. I've discovered hobbies I forgot I loved, like painting and hiking. I've built deeper relationships with friends and family, focusing on quality time instead of scrolling through feeds. Being yourself without comparison isn't just a mantra, it's a lifestyle. It's about choosing to celebrate who you are rather than who you think you should be. So, let's take a step back from the noise, embrace our individuality, and remember that we're all on our own unique journeys. The world needs your authentic self, not a version of someone else.
So, know more and get rid of. Join us now. Website mindcareershine.com, WhatsApp 82729144040. All the links to connect us are given below.